everyone, and welcome back into our kitchen. And of course, you guys know I'm Trina.
I'm Vaughn.
We're the Scales. And today we are going to make something very, very, very simple. And ever since I started making this, I will never buy it again unless someone really wants it on our dinner table during the holidays. Today, we're going to make homemade cranberry sauce. Don't let it get too intimidating. And I've always seen all these bags of cranberries, you know, when I was in the grocery stores. I'm like, what are people doing with all these cranberries? I'm like, I'm not making cranberry sauce. It's going to be bitter. It's going to be nasty. Not true. So we're going to just jump right in, okay? So we're going to start with just a half cup of water. We're going to put this in the low pan for right now. And I have a half cup each of white granulated sugar and light brown sugar. Now, I'm going to tell you why you want to use light brown sugar. Most people don't know the difference between light brown sugar and dark brown sugar. Dark brown sugar is made with molasses. Light brown sugar is made with vanilla. That's the major difference. Okay? And we don't want that molasses flavor in there. You can if that's what you, if that's all you have, but you want that vanilla-y flavor in your cranberry sauce. I'm gonna dump that right on in. I'm gonna let this agitate for just a second. I'm gonna put this on medium heat. Do a nice little stir. And if you find that it's getting too thick with your sugar mixture, just add just a little bit of water, maybe a quarter cup.
Let me stir that.
No, I'm gonna need you to squeeze the clementines.
Okay, start that now.
Yes.
You put them in here?
Yes, put it in there because we're gonna want about a half a cup.
Okay.
Okay? So as I'm stirring this, and it already looks like we might need a little bit more water, but we're gonna wait and hold off until we see how much of this orange juice we got in there. Now you can use store-bought orange juice, but it tastes so much better when you use freshly squeezed oranges. Now we're using clementines, so I like the way that flavor is. It gives it like a sweeter taste, especially when it's a little off season. And also, a lot of people like to use the zest. I don't like to use the zest. To me, it gives it more of a bitter flavor, and a lot of people use nutmeg. I don't use nutmeg. Why? Everybody knows I don't use nutmeg because I don't like nutmeg unless it really has to have it in the recipe. But you can use your own judgment. So we're going to use maybe a quarter teaspoon of cinnamon and a whole of vanilla, meaning a teaspoon, not a tablespoon. Okay, we're just gonna agitate this just a little bit. No, we don't want it to come to a boil, so I'm gonna turn this down to medium low until he's finished juicing these clementines. And I'm gonna tell you, it's such an amazing smell. It is so aromatic in here right now, guys. It just smells like the holiday.
Agreed.
It's just amazing. And when your kitchen is full of that smell, I mean, it just makes you want to continue cooking all day long. I almost want to make some cookies now. But that's not on schedule. We'll do that another day. So while we wait for Vaughn Scales to go ahead and squeeze these clementines, how are we doing over there, babe?
A few more.
You have a few more?
I have a few more. You gotta tell me if it's gonna be enough juice.
Well, we're trying to get to a half a cup, and we're just about there.
Okay. Well, I have a couple more, so we're good.
And that might not be a good cup for you to gauge because it's so big. I mean, we
It's too late.
transfer it to...
No, let's not.
Because I can't see where it says half a cup on here. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer that.
Smaller target, but that's okay.
There we are, almost there.
Okay.
Okay, just have to cut that one more clementine. So you have the perfect amount of clementines here, babe. I'm about to call you daddy. It is a family affair.
That's agitated if you...
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stir this just a little bit more. We don't want it to boil quite yet. Oh, wow, it smells so delicious, guys. What do you think, Sam?
Oh, it smells wonderful.
And people are always asking, oh my gosh, well, how do you get it to be so gelatinous? Cranberries create their own, what is it called? Not pectin. Is it pectin? No, it's not gelatin. I'm gonna look that up for you guys. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is. They distribute this amazing thing. They pop like popcorn. It's one of the most amazing things you've ever seen. But these have been washed very thoroughly. We made sure we took out anyone that had cracks or anything like that in there already. These are beautiful. They're nice and sour. And you can also put these in the oven with some sugar on top of it, and they're a great Russian dessert. All right, as soon as Vaughn gives me this juice that we're gonna need really soon. Okay, I'm gonna let him do that while I come over here.
Pour it in there?
Just go ahead and pour it in. And give it a quick stir.
Yeah.
Give it a quick stir.
Heard you the first time, dear. The heat too high?
He just not too high, sir. Well, you know what?
What?
That heat's just way too high. You need to cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. And so we're gonna add like just a regular 12-ounce bag of cranberries, which is a third of this bowl. Why do I know that? Because I put in 3 back. What? I have to cut it.
Here, you gotta cut it. Cut it.
You need to cut it.
Not right here.
Then why you give it to me right here?
I gotta do this. You go over there.
See?
Cut it.
Cut it. Cut it. Cut it.
Put all these in there?
No. About a third of that bowl.
Okay. Why?
Because we're only using one pack.
Well, why did
Maybe a pack and a half.
Well, why did I get all 3 of them open then?
Because I'm gonna need it for some other things, my dearest. Let me see that. So it's gonna barely cut. Yeah, there we go.
That's not enough.
Just okay, one more, and that should be enough. Thank you.
That's not stir.
Just a quick little stir, and if we need more, we can add more, but we shouldn't need to.
What are we gonna do with all those cranberries? I could have left them in the bag.
Okay, so go ahead and just leave those, and they're gonna start to pop, 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 pop,
We're not
pop,
throwing
pop.
those away.
We're not throwing them away, dear. There's some things I would like to do with it.
Okay. You gonna dry them?
Now see, they're already starting to crack. See that one there? They're already starting to crack. You're gonna hear them pop in just a moment. Well, I'll give these things to Vaughn so he can go ahead and clean these, please, my love. Thank you, honey. You're just wonderful. And you know, if you clean up as you go, especially with so many people visiting and so many people being nice, it'll make it so much easier on you. Oh, you hear that, Pop? Hear that? Those are your cranberries popping open. Don't worry, guys. As they warm, they'll start to pop. I'm not gonna agitate it too much. I just want to get them all in the mixture. You see them cracking open? See that? Oh, like popcorn. It's so much fun. Ooh. Ooh. So all these are gonna pop. They're gonna pop open and it's gonna break down. The skin is gonna break down as well. I like mine to have a little bit of texture to it. Some people like to cook theirs all the way down and even mash their cranberries. I don't. I like to keep them as intact as I can because I just like that texture of cranberry, especially when I have my turkey leftover sandwiches. Oh my gosh, it's just so amazing when you just get that bite of cranberry inside of your sandwich. Oh my goodness, it's so delectable. I'm gonna turn this over to this side. Okay, I'm not trying to discriminate, but I don't like the way he looks. We're gonna move him away. It's gonna start to thicken. You don't need to add anything else. You don't need to add any cornstarch, nothing like that. Oop. Turn it down just a little bit. And we're just gonna let these sit here and pop. Okay, we're not gonna bother them too much. We're gonna let them go ahead and Rice Krispie themselves. Snap, crackle, and pop. Oh. Okay, we can go. moves away. And we'll be right back.
Knock them on the way. We're gonna use them to freshen drink.
Sometimes I'll just buy a bag of them,
And just eat them.
and I'll immediately when I get home, I'll put 2 or 3 in the sink.
What?
Oh, oranges, yes.
Yeah, it just that or lemons.
It keeps it fresh.
Lemon,
Yeah.
limes, yeah. Grapefruit. I did grapefruit last night.
So something else I learned on. Are we still on break?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna leave the camera rolling. I'll just cut out what we don't want. But something else I learned. So the FX30 is not a full frame sensor, right?
It's mirrorless, but not full frame. Right?
Correct. It has a smaller sensor in it, but a smaller sensor has better gyroscopic internal stability because it's got more room to work with.
Okay.
So like being on the go, having a smaller sensor, your picture's not gonna be as great. But the naked eye is never gonna be able to tell.
Only a professional, right?
Only a professional in a cinema setting.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're looking at it on a 20-foot screen, yeah, you could tell. The folks watching on an iPad or on an iPhone or even on that TV on the wall,
They'll never tell.
there's not enough room. And so, but it still shoots in 4 or 6K actually. It's 5.6K it shoots in.
Okay.
And it tones the picture down to 4K as a usable product.
Mhm.
So when they downgrade the image that way, it's still the very high end of 4K.
Right.
But it has better stability than what we get in. What's that? Oh, okay, thank you.
Oh, this is starting to bubble up nicely. And now, I took the time out to look up what I was talking about. Yes, it is the pectin in cranberries. So, woo, Trina was right. So whenever the cranberries burst and they release that natural pectin, because cranberries are high in pectin, when they're mixed with something acidic like orange or lemon, it creates a gel, okay, and naturally. So you don't have to add any cornstarch, you don't have to add any flour, you don't have to add any kind of gelatin or any thickening agent because it's going to do it all by itself. So you don't want to stir it too much. You just want to make sure it doesn't stick, but it's going to create an amazing gel-like. And the more you cook it, the more gel-like it's going to become. Okay. So, but you don't want to stir it too much. So you know these bubbles and such in there. We don't want that, but it's going to cook down. And as it reduces, as you can see, it's already starting to thicken quite a bit. We're just going to let these just sit and cook. Wow, look at that. They've all bursted very nicely. Oh, I can't wait. So we're just going to let that go ahead and simmer until it's ready. So easy, right? Look how nice and thick this is. Look at that. And the longer you cook them, the more they will gel up. The more gelatinous they become. And now you can make this up to 3 days before your meal. And the longer you leave it in the refrigerator, it's going to become even more thick. Okay. So if this is how well you like it, you can do it just like this. Put it in a bowl, let it cool, put it in the refrigerator up to 2 hours if you're going to use it that same day. But it does have to cool. Okay. I've never heard of hot cranberry sauce, but I might try it. It might be great on something. Ooh, it might be a great glaze for ham. Let's try that one day. So if Vaughn just comes and gives us a little sample, well, that's what sampling means. Just a little sample, just a smidge. Then when you get a spoon, make sure you blow it. You need to blow it. Because you burnt the roof of your mouth, not the roof of your tongue.
That was foul.
Okay, I'm gonna get out of the way and let you sample.
Man. No, sir. I'm almost afraid to put my hand under
Did you
this.
get some cranberry in that, dear?
No,
Get a little bit of cranberry.
I'm afraid. afraid. Didn't go well last time.
But you didn't blow it. You didn't blow it.
I did. I just didn't do it
That
enough.
is not a sample. That is not a sample, sir.
What do you want me to do? Okay. You know what? The hospital's only a mile away. Is this better?
Hey, truck's out front, maybe.
There you go.
It just is what it is at this point. Just make sure you blow. All right, because you know you like to burn your mouth.
I'm not eating that. It's too hot. My mouth just healed from Thanksgiving.
Take your time.
I am.
I'm being facetious.
We can speed it up a little.
Excuse me. Is it finished? Is it just the way you like it? Is that the
It's
way?
just-
You like it?
It's just like on Thanksgiving. Perfect.
Okay, so we're gonna turn this off, and we're gonna let it cool just a little bit before we transfer it to another bowl. But that's it, and that's all. It's so easy. It's so fast. I tell you what, it's faster to cook it here on the stove than it is to go to the store.
That's true.
Look at that, it's amazing.
Provided you have the ingredients, it's true.
And you can, like I said, the longer you leave it on the stove, the more it's going to thicken. Now, even as it cools, it is going to thicken. So after we transfer it to another bowl, we'll show you guys the final result. And this is your homemade cranberry sauce. I promise once you try it, you'll probably never go back to the canned style. But anyway, try it for yourself. Let us know in the comments what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe to us. And from the Scales family to your family, happy holidays and thank you for coming into our kitchen.
Cut.